Life When Chance started as a continuation of the work Brenda and I developed in the early 90s. And at the time we were young, we were raising a family. I was in Bible school serving as a youth pastor, and we were making ends meet as I was a construction worker. In the summer months, I would partner with two other youth-driven guys, Chris Dick and Jay Sell, to run 10-day trips into the wilderness as a way to expand our non-church circle and hopefully show that through God's creation and lifestyle there was more, and a lot of lives were changed. Then something happened. We took it to the next level of community, and wanting more, I led this team to Baja, Mexico for a missions trip. There was this orphanage we went to visit, and the work was hard and we really didn't know what to expect. It was difficult, but what changed me the most was the sign in the entrance to the orphanage that said, "You will never be the same after you pass through this doorway." And exactly true to what it said, I was changed, and those who came with me were never the same. And God not only changed my heart, but He changed my direction and focus. James 1:27 became real to me. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. And God revealed to us that this was His life path for not only me, but those of us that we worked with. Then in 2007, God again called us to do more. And I was on another trip with a team from Chilliwack, BC, and my heart was really empty because I was either done or couldn't comprehend the huge hole that could never be filled in Baja, Mexico. So I sat in the evening on the steps of an old church, looking out at the stars and just crying out to God, asking why He brought me, why He brought us to this place of emptiness. All week we had been working with orphans that had suffered incredible trauma, and it just felt so desperate and unachievable. And I was so ready to give up that night. And behind me, as I was sitting on those steps, was this extinct volcano lit up by the moon, and it portrayed exactly how I felt, extinct and empty. So I went to bed that night in the bunk of our minibus, looking out to the east at the light across the Bay of San Quintin, not knowing God had another plan. In the morning I woke up and everything was completely different. God had changed me. God gave me new life. I cried for days and I was broken. And who would have ever known that the lights across the bay that I saw that night would someday be the location of Los Olivos and the work God is currently doing in Baja. We went home at the end of that week, and it was a long ride up to Canada, and that night, as we drove through the night, one life was born, and since then we've never looked back.